Welcome to the Bookish Diaries podcast with Megan and Kate. Today we are talking about our favorite reads so far this year, our least favorite reads, and what we're looking forward to. So, Megan, do you want to start us off with your least favorite read of this year so far?
My least favorite, and everybody, please don't come for me because I know that it was a really popular book and I read it when I was healing from surgery and I kept reading and I should have DNF'd it because it was horrible. But I kept thinking that it was going to get better because everybody told me to read it. But I think it's called
Dale,
The Night and the Moth, right?
I
Is that
believe
what
that
it's
is
called? The
correct. Yeah, right?
it's
By
will be
Jillian.
up. I don't have a copy of the book.
Well, that's good that you didn't waste. Yeah, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
Yes. That book was probably, and I'm sorry, everybody, the worst book I've read in a long time.
I thought you were
It
going to say
was,
ever.
no, I don't know about ever, but I thought that it was like so bad. Like the story, like there was nothing compelling about the story. And then it was kind of advertised as a romantasy. There wasn't very much romance in it. I did not like the writing style. I did not like the characters. There was only one character that I did like in the book, and that was a gargoyle. And it's because he's the only one that really had personality, I guess. And it was just bad. It was
I've
so
seen
bad.
so many differing opinions on this. Like, some people are like, this is the best book I've ever read. And then some people are like, I hated this book. What is everyone talking about? And the biggest complaint I've seen is that it was marketed as a romantasy, but it does not read as a romantasy.
Not at
But
all.
I have but I've also seen that it seems like everyone across the board loves the gargoyle.
Yeah, he was the only character, like I said, that had any type of like personality. Like everybody, like there was nothing about any of the characters that I was like, oh, I really like that. Like all of them were just kind of like blah. And then, yeah, it was just so bad. And I really wish I would have just DNF'd it instead of reading the whole thing. To be honest, it was a waste of time. And another thing is I didn't purchase the physical copy, but it was not free on Kindle. So I did have to pay to buy it on Kindle. And I'm like, this was not it wasn't worth it at all. No. Yeah. What
Have
has
there
been
been
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, have there been any other close ones, or that's kind of it so far? That's the main standout of the year.
That's like the main standout of the year. I think even the ones that I didn't like, or I didn't think it was great, like there was still like something about them that I liked. And this one, it was the gargoyle, and that's it. Oh, and I know everybody's gonna hate me for that, but yeah.
I am a I'm not private in my dislike of SJM books, so there's a lot of potential for backlash on this episode.
That is true because I also do not like the Fourth Wing series. So there's
Make
that.
that a double.
Yeah. What about
Um,
you? What books have you?
so funny story, I got a text from a friend today, and we're like friends of friends, like we're friends, but yeah, anyway. We don't text very often. So I thought, oh. And she had asked, like, I'm in the middle of this book. I'm loving it. You should read it. Or have you read this book? And literally today that we're recording, it was a picture of my least favorite book that I've read this year. And I commented back to her and I was like, I'm really glad that you like it. It was not for me. And then I said something about, like, it's funny how different our tastes are because we both love fantasy and romantasy, but like we couldn't be more different in the actual books that we love. So the one that I read and disliked was called The Wren in the Holly Library. And I'm kind of on the same track as you, Megan. I probably should have DNF'd this when I realized that I wasn't going to like the book. Have you read this one?
I haven't. I do own it because I thought it was pretty, and so I bought it, but I've never read it.
It's such a gorgeous book, and the special editions that were like all over in like the grocery store and everything are so beautiful. And so when I saw it available at the library, I was like stoked. And I didn't read the trope list, so I don't know if it's marketed as a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it feels a lot like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And then I thought that the author told you way too much going into it. Like, I saw the ending coming 17 miles away. Like, and so I don't know. It didn't really hold my attention, and I did not think it was as good as the beautiful cover makes it seem like it's going to be.
And that one's a YA too, right?
Is it?
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
probably my bad then, because I have realized that like the last couple YA that I've picked up, I just have not liked.
See, and that's my issue with YA. And I know that there's like amazing YA books out there because I bought it and then I got it home and then I was like, oh, this is a YA. And so I haven't read it. Like for me to sit down and like enjoy a YA, I have to be in the mood for it. And it's very rare that I'm in the mood for a YA. But maybe that's why you didn't like it because it's YA.
That might be part of it because it does have like, yeah, just the way that it read was not what I normally look for in books. So I wonder if it is a YA. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because me and
All
you,
right,
I know that
well,
we're the same in that.
yeah,
But
they're not dark enough, damn it.
yeah.
Well, on a happier note, would you like to share one of the books that has been your favorite read of the year?
Yes. So, okay, do you want me to go through the whole list of mine or do you want to go like one
Let's go back and
each?
forth.
Back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
So, my first one, this is a really popular one. It is definitely worth the hype. I absolutely loved it, is Broken Souls and Bones. Like,
So pretty.
and I have this special edition. I just didn't take it out because I didn't want to get my fingerprints on it. But I didn't know that I was
Heaven
going to.
forbid the books be touched.
Yeah. And this one, I normally do not read physical copies, but I had pre-ordered this one because it was one that I was anticipating for this year. And again, when I came home from surgery, I think this was the very first one I read because it had come in and I just read the physical copy of it. And then it so happened that one of my book boxes, I got the special edition of it in it. But this is definitely worth the hype. I absolutely love it. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. But that's one of mine.
Is it a standalone or part of a series?
It's part of a series. And the second book does not come out until 2026, I think. And today I think like everybody on Instagram was announcing the cover reveal for the second book in this. But yeah, I think it comes out 2026 sometime. But it is
I
so
know
good.
she's like a super popular author. Does it take place in the same world as her previous books, or is it totally different?
Oh gosh, you're asking me a hard question to remember. Mm, I mean, she does a lot of like Viking stuff. And so it is like Viking, but I think it's a different setting. I think. That's a hard question for me to remember right now.
That's fair. It's been a while since you read it. And like,
Yes.
who knows? Yeah, what level of comprehension you were at
I was pretty doped
reading
up.
it while you were recovering.
So I know that I loved it and I read it all. But I was a little, yeah.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
just, it was like my first week home from surgery. So I was popping pills. Just saying. So my
Well,
memory,
as the doctor prescribed.
As the doc, yes, the doctor prescribed it. I had major surgery, so it was all it was all it was all legit. Um, but my memory is a little wonky. But yeah, but I did love it.
All right.
What's yours?
So my first one, I don't have the physical copy yet. I want to buy it. Was actually one of the first books that I read this year, and that is Wish by Sarah Flanagan. Megan actually told me to read it, and I devoured it in like two sittings, I think. It follows a female genie who is trapped, and anytime she's asked to do wishes, she twists them, and so that it either causes the wish asker pain, nice, or it benefits her somehow. And it is so full of feminine rage and it's so incredible. The main character is named Mora. She is such a badass. And follow Sarah Flanagan because her character art is unparalleled. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait for book two of this series.
Same. I agree with you on this. I read this one last year and it is absolutely amazing. So
So
yes,
good.
follow her.
We're gonna have Sarah on the podcast later this year. So look out for her episode because we're gonna hopefully get all of the goodies about book two.
Yes, and I'm so excited because she's like my new favorite author because of this book.
It's so good. It's so good. It's indie, it's self-published, like it's so good. Definitely check it out. And it's available on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes, it is.
All right, Megan, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one is from an author that I really love. Um, this is the second book in the series. Um, and it is called A Promise So Bold and Broken by Sophia Saint Germain.
Beautiful cover.
Yes, and I did order her. Where is it at? I did order it signed.
Oh,
But then I
nice.
found out that she's coming out with like special edition ones soon. And I'm like,
Well, that's why
well,
giveaways exist.
yep.
Is
But
this a
that
series
one,
as well?
yes, this is a series. I am actually reading the third book comes out I think in August, and I'm actually reading the arc for the third book in this series. And I will just say that the guy Merrick in this is delicious and I love him.
The name Merrick is one of my most favorite names. I love that name so much.
Then
Have
you
you ever
should
watched
read the
Timeline?
Yes.
That's his name. That's Gerard Butler's name. If you haven't watched Timeline, stop everything you're doing right now and go watch Timeline. It has Gerard Butler and Paul Walker, and it's like from the early 2000s. It's excellent. And the main characters, well, one of the main characters is super hot, and his
Is
name is Merrick.
Merrick. Then you should read this one because yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
Merrick is delicious and it is dark fantasy and it's just so good. I should have actually got some quotes for some of these books, but
I need to do better at doing that as well. And that's the
me
second
too.
in the series, then?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What's the first one called?
The first one is called, hold on, I have it. Where is it at? Where do I have that book? A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. I'll just show it since I have it.
I totally know that book. Oh, okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go in chronological order of when I read them. So after I read Wish, I basically spent 2.5 months in the worst book slump of my life. Like, could not finish anything. Nothing was good. Nothing was standing up to Wish, honestly, until I picked up A Swift and Sudden Exit by Nico Vincenti. I went to Utah to a little Romance Out Rest book event and got to meet the author. And look at this cover. Is this cover not stunning?
That is
This
gorgeous.
is a sapphic sci-fi where one character is traveling back in time. There's basically the Earth is no longer what we know it as. and one character is traveling back in time to try and find a solution. And she meets another character, and it follows them as she's traveling back in time to figure out how to save the world that she's in now. And it is so good. And here's the back. The character art is so cute, and I love it.
Oh, I love that she put the character art on the back, like as like little
Oh, isn't that cute?
post-its. Like that is like so cute. I love that.
When you bought the book, you
Actually, it
got to
looks like
pick
a
one,
crime
and then
scene.
you picked one. Yeah, it totally does. This had like it was sweet. It like caused me fear and panic. It had all of the things that you want in a sci-fi. I couldn't stop reading it. It was so good.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I know that you've told me that one and I haven't read it yet.
I know you're not like huge into sci-fi though.
I do like them, but yeah, they're not, I don't go search for them, I guess.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, okay, my next one, this one is this is actually non-fantasy. It's like a dystopian society. And I mean, no, it's not really fantasy. It's more of like I actually really love this book. So it's called The Third Ring, by N.A. Horton. I think I'm saying the last name correctly. I randomly found this on my Kindle and started reading it, and I absolutely love it. I ended up ordering the signed copy from the
It's
author
awesome.
because I loved it. But this is about, so it has trials in it. Um,
I do love a trial book.
and they're kind of like, there's like a religious group like that has kind of like taken over and they kind of like dictate what people do. And then there's like different tiers of people. Like, you have your class that's like really rich and wealthy. And then, you kind of like go down like level three, level two, level one people. And they force the kids to go into trials. Well, not the kids, but like they're older, but you have to be like a certain age, I think like over 18, but like under 25 or something like that. And they make you go into these trials and I won't give away what happens in the trials, but it is like so good. And then another thing that happens, which I guess might kind of make it a little bit fantasy, is they also force people to go into these like portals and nobody has any idea what happens to them when they're forced to go into this like portal
Okay.
type thing. Like they
Yeah.
just disappear and they're never seen again. And so I don't know if we'll find out what happens to them in the second book or if it'll even bring it up. But this book was really good. If you love trials, I highly recommend. I absolutely love. So what's your
All right.
next
That's
one?
all right. My next one is the latest book, well, one of the latest books that I finished, A Bone in His Teeth. I have not shut up about this book since I read it. It follows Alba, who has, he, it's so hard to tell what a book is about without spoiling what the book is about. It follows a sailor who has to leave the ship that he has been indentured to because he hurts his hip. And he goes back to his mother and she is gone. And so it's about him going and finding his mom. And he becomes a lighthouse worker. And there are mermaids, but they're not called mermaids. It's horror, it's fantasy, there's a little bit of romance, it's queer, it's a transgender main character. And I don't know what it was about Alba. I just could not stop rooting for him. And everything about this book. Every time I see the cover, even I just get like shivers. It's so good. It's by Kellen Graves, and they also have another series that is going to come up in a few minutes because that's what I'm excited to read this year. But definitely check out their books. They're also on Kindle Unlimited. This is just
Nice.
a one-off though, which was such a bummer because it was so good.
I hate when they do that when like the book is like really good, but it was like a one-off and you're like, I want more.
I could read about these characters for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Okay, you have one
Okay,
more, right?
I have one more. Yes. This was another very popular book that was recommended because before I went into surgery, I just did a post and was like, "Hey, like what books do people recommend reading?" Um but it was the Shield of Sparrows. This book was absolutely phenomenal. I loved reading it and just look at this. This is like what you buy at the store. It is
Wow,
gorgeous.
that's really
It's
pretty.
Yes, and it even has like artwork inside of it.
Oh, cool.
And for just like the regular edition, like hardback, like
Hmm.
it's like
That's
so
awesome.
pretty.
Was that one of the ones that
Um,
you found at Costco?
no, this
Okay.
I think I ordered it on Amazon actually.
Okay.
Because I couldn't like I wasn't allowed to like drive for a while. And
That's right.
so everything I had to order on Amazon. And I am so sorry, everybody. I will put down below. I did not look up if any of these books are on Kindle Unlimited or not. And I probably should have done that so that way everybody knows if they could get it for free on Kindle Unlimited. But
I would say that one is because I've seen it. The third ring is not, but you can buy it for $5, which I did. And so now it's just sitting on my Kindle yelling at me to read it. And then I'm not sure about the other one, but most of LJ Andrews' stuff is on Kindle Unlimited, I think.
I think so. I think it is,
Okay.
yeah. But I don't know for sure. But I will somehow put it below and let everybody know where they could get the books that I picked. And I have
Okay.
tons more books that I really enjoyed, but these were the physical ones that I have. So I showed them.
Same. I feel like how has this reading year gone for you in terms of like years past? Because for me, I feel like I have read a few of maybe my all-time favorite books so far, but I've read fewer books that I love in general and just more kind of like okay books.
So I think what this year, I haven't read as many as I have in the past, but the books that I have read have all been, I think, actually really good books. Because I've learned to start DNFing. If I don't like it, then I just stop reading it. And if it doesn't get me within the first few chapters, like I don't push through. And the only reason why I did that one is because everybody was saying how amazing it was. And I kept thinking, okay, well, everybody loved this. Like it's got to get better.
Yeah.
Um, but I've read some really good books this year, actually. There was another one, Silver Elite. That one was popular. That one I love too. I do like Third Ring better though than the Silver Elite book, but
Okay. Well, and that's a good like side by side comparison too.
yeah. And they're like the same style, like they're dystopian society. Um,
Yeah.
Third Ring I just thought was a little bit better, but I did love the Silver Elite too.
I read a couple like secondary or is it tertiary books in series that like I don't know, just didn't really do it for me. I think like I was expecting too much and so then because I'm just like looking through and being like actually I read a lot of books that I did really like. But I think some of the ones that I was the most excited about fell a little bit flat. Like I wouldn't say it's like my least favorite by far, but Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. I feel like I loved Butcher and Blackbird so much, and I expected each of the sequel or each of the following to like hit that mark, which is kind of an impossible ask because Butcher and Blackbird was so unique and fun and new for me. And the other two books in the series like followed the same kind of vibe. And so I think I was just asking for too much personally. But that's okay because it was still enjoyable.
Good to know because I haven't read that yet. I loved Butcher and Blackbird, but I have not read any of the other ones.
Leather and Lark was definitely my least favorite, I think. It was just too I feel like that there was like too much smut for that one specifically, but Maybe I'm not remembering it correctly. But yeah, I remember enjoying the characters in Scythe and Sparrow more, even though it follows the same characters, but like the couple that it highlighted more than Leather and Lark.
Okay.
But it's a good audiobook if you need an audiobook when the kids aren't in the car.
Oh, yes, my two little ones. They always ask me about my books, and I'm like, it's just a fantasy with dragons. I can't, I
Every
can't,
time.
I can't tell them what's actually in it.
That's so funny. All right, what are you excited for the rest of the
Okay,
year?
so this is one thing that I haven't been doing this year too. Like in the past years, like I had a list of like all of the books that were coming out that I was excited for. And this year I haven't really been doing that as much as I have in the past, but um I do have a few. Um and I don't know if this counts for this since technically I read the arc, but I'm gonna buy the physical book when she comes out with it. Is Juno Hart is like one of my favorite authors. I love her. I love her books. And she did a new book that's coming out on July 24th. So it's just this month. And it's called Summer's Fae. And I will say, so she normally does like darker themed books. And this one is not dark. It's kind of like fun and witty and like the banter between the two characters is just like I was like laughing like through reading the whole book. I was like, "Oh my God." Like that's it was hilarious and like I was talking to her about it and she's like, "Yeah, I wasn't sure because, you know, it's like different than what I normally do." She's like, "But I wanted to try something different." And I was like, "Oh, this was amazing still." Like I was like they made me laugh and you know, books that pull out that emotion I really like. Um, so oh, I should have took a screenshot um of the book, but yeah, it's called Summer's Fae by Juno Hart, and I'll put
And
it somewhere up on the screen.
I know that we both lean towards dark fantasy, but when we find a fantasy that's also just hilarious, it's so great. Because I feel like they're kind of few and far between.
They are. Oh, I should hold on. I should find this quote just to read it to you because even the quote, like, oh, did she? Juno Hart. Ah, never mind. It's gonna take me too long. I don't want to say. I got to be more prepared for these. But
It's okay.
what's one of yours?
So I think I maybe took this idea in the wrong direction because there are books that I'm excited that are coming out later in the year, but I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. Eventually, I almost stripped this. This author, Sophie Keach, is coming out with the third book for Morgan is My Name is the first one, LaFay is the second one, and I don't know what the third one's going to be called, but she is just, I think it's drafted, but not finished yet. If you like Arthurian anything, check out this series. It's like, what if Arthur was maybe not the best guy in the world, and maybe Morgan wasn't as horrible as everyone thought she was. And so it just kind of like takes the characters and twists them, and it's so good. This one also full of feminine rage, which I always appreciate.
Does it have spice in it? Or is it leading to spice?
There's tension and longing, but I don't remember there being spice. So I wouldn't read it for spice if I was you. I don't know when that one comes out yet, so I didn't technically have that on my list. Um, I picked mostly books that I have that I'm just excited to read for the year, but this one kind of counts. I have not read this chunk yet, Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I've been waiting until Burn. Yes, until Burn was closer to its release date because, much like Megan, I am horrible at remembering characters, places, anything about a book. So yes, so I'm excited to dive into this one once I also own Burn, so that way I can read them one after the other, like I did the first two.
Didn't
What
me
up?
and you pre-order like the set for that series? I've been like dying for that to come in,
Uh, okay,
and it's not
I
coming until the last one is released. But we
right, and
pre-ordered
then I
them.
bet it's gonna take even longer because I'm pretty sure that I have another order. I think it's through the same company of a four-book series that has been out for a long time, and I was supposed to get it last fall, and I still have not gotten it yet. And so I'm probably just gonna read Burn on Kindle, um, because I don't think I can wait for the special edition set to come. Because I assume that it's gonna take a lot longer than the regular book, but maybe not.
Yeah, it I'm not I don't ever read my special edition. I always just get them on Kindle Unlimited.
Use use the
As
Kindle.
I've said, I am a freak when it comes um to that. Okay, so I just wanted to go back to show you guys this cover is actually really pretty for the summer's Fae since I have it. But this is
Oh, it is pretty. I'm excited for
yeah,
that. Adding
it
to
is
the list.
really good. And okay, so this is what it says. It says, one day I'm rescuing a wounded wolf in the woods. The next, I'm tripping over a naked guy with rippling abs making coffee in my kitchen. And so the scene is like, I don't know. It's just like so funny. Um, but yeah, it's a steamy fae fantasy romance with forbidden love, pining, dark humor, anxiety rep, a growly cinnamon roll hero who falls hard first, an FMC who sees ghosts, in a very inconvenient prophecy. So that's what it has in it.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
And there's spice. Juno Heart's always
Okay,
got spice. But
cool. I just
okay.
like assume that if you're telling me to read a book that it's gonna have spice in it, which I feel like you can't do when I tell you about a book, but so sorry.
That is true. I don't know if it's my age um or what, but I don't know. It's got to have some. I don't want it to be like full like 100% spice. It's got to be like a balance of like stuff happening and then spice here and there. But
What's your next read?
okay, my next one that I'm excited for, because I'm reading the arc for this one too. So, but I was excited about it beforehand.
Oh,
But
cool.
it's
Oh,
a
cool.
bond so
Okay.
fierce and fragile, and it comes out August 20th.
Nice.
And this one is really good so far. I actually kind of stopped doing arcs, and I knew that I would
Yeah, I
love this
remember that.
one. And so I signed up and she sent it to me
Nice.
and I was really excited for it.
That's awesome. I feel like
But I'm
that's my only exception for arc reading. Like if I'm stoked, then I'll sign up, but otherwise I can't do it anymore.
no, because I was doing too many and I feel bad. I did have a few authors like personally reach out to me for new books that they're coming out with and they asked if I would arc read. And I have a hard time saying no and being mean.
I'm just gonna cut you off right there. Saying no and being mean are two different things. You
That
can
is
say
true.
no without being mean.
That is true. I just always feel bad for the new authors because I'm like
That's
they're
fair.
like trying to push their book and then I just feel bad. And so I've had a couple arcs that I agreed to do and the books have not been they haven't been very good and I haven't finished them. So I'm probably gonna have to tell them that I DNF'd.
That is literally why I've stopped doing arc reading. That part right there. I can't do it. It makes me want to throw up, which is why I generally finish the books that I read.
Me too. And So far the authors haven't reached out to me to ask. So maybe I could just like skim
Just wait like
by.
the 3 weeks or whatever, and then
Yeah, and then post it after it's been released and put my review. Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
I think
but
that's
I'm very picky with ARCs. I only sign up now if I know I'm gonna love it.
that's fair. My next one is one that Megan went out of her way to get me earlier this year when it came out. A Dragon of Black Glass. This is the third book in the Moonfall series by James Rollins. Follows a young girl who has to save the world. What's new, you know? Instead of dragons, there's these giant mirror bats that are basically the size of dragons, but they're bats. And then there's all sorts of other cool creatures. And at the back of some of the chapters, there's like sketches of the creatures that were introduced that chapter. So that's really cool because sometimes it's like hard to visualize things that are like weird bug type things. So it's cool to have like an outline. But if you like epic fantasy, this is a great series. There is no spice. There is no yearning. There is no tension. It's just saving the world and big gold medal statues and the moon coming closer and closer and the world has stopped turning and so there is half of the globe is uninhabitable. There's like a trench of like icy cold mountains that they have to travel through. It's really good. I I I just told Megan for the first time I think that this series has no spice in it because I've been waiting for her to read it.
I knew that it didn't. I knew that it
Okay.
didn't. And I bought them anyways when I went. I got my own
That's
copies
true
and had him
friendship.
sign it. Yes. That was actually a lot of fun. He was like very interesting in person.
That's so cool. Thanks so much for going and doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what friends do. We are there, especially when it comes to our book addictions.
Oh yeah.
Um, okay, another book that I am excited for that comes out August 31st, and this is the fifth book in the series. Um, and I've read all of them, and so I'm excited for this fifth book to be released, and it's called Realm of Crows. It's the Wings of Ink series. And here
Okay.
is the cover.
Looks cool.
It is a very good series. I actually don't ever see really anybody post about this series on Instagram. So maybe I need to start because I read so many books that I don't post on my Instagram. And I really need to start posting them more. But yeah, this series is like really good. I have
Is
no idea
it
if the author is an indie author or not. Um,
okay? Is it like dark romanticy?
Yeah, it is a little bit darker themed. And I am so bad with remembering books. Like I know books like that I loved them, but to tell you like
Anything other than that?
it yeah, I can't do it. And but I do highly recommend this series. It's like so good. And the author is Angelina J. Steffort. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Steffort. S T
So
E
they
F
can look
F
up the
O R
book.
T.
They've seen the
Yeah.
cover.
And these have are available on Kindle Unlimited. I know because
Oh,
that's
cool.
that's where I've read it. Yeah.
Excellent. Sweet.
Those are the only books I have.
Okay, I have one more, and because I misunderstood the assignment, this book is also already out. But is this cover not just like atrociously cute? So it's called Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher. And I've seen this on Instagram, but it's a New York Times bestseller. I don't know if they started out as indie or if they were picked up trad, and it was published that way. But I know nothing about it. I think that the art is so cute, and I will read anything that is King Arthur related, or Morgan related, or Guinevere related. That whole Camelot. When I was young, I believed it in my soul that Camelot was a real place and that King Arthur truly existed. Like I would argue with people that I was like, there how can you not believe this? Robin Hood was real, damn it. Um I know better now. But still, if there's a book about Robin Hood or King Arthur or Morgan Le Fay, like I'm all over it.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I actually do like King Arthur retellings
They're
in
so
that whole like genre era type vibe.
if you need a new TV show to watch, the BBC has a show called Merlin, and they also have a show called Robin Hood, and they're both exceptional. Robin Hood will tear your heart out and stomp all over it, and you will cry. And Merlin's ending wasn't the best, but like the ride to get there was astounding.
Hold on, is that an old show?
Yeah.
Okay, I've watched that. Me and my husband actually, I think, watched that together. That
Which
series,
one, Merlin or Robin Hood?
Merlin.
So good. With I'm not even able to say it right. With John Hurt as the voice of the dragon.
Yeah, it's this one, right? Just to show everybody.
Yes. Go
Yeah.
watch this show. It's so good.
Yeah, we watched it when it first came out. Like me and my husband try to like find like TV shows that we both like, and then like that's like our time together is we will sit. But we watched that. I think when it first came out. It's been a while since I've watched it. But it is a very good show.
Everyone, we would love to hear what your favorite book of the year so far has been, what your least favorite book has been. Be nice. Do not be mean about your least favorite book. Be nice about it. And what you are looking forward to reading to finish out your year. Thank you so much for joining us. You can listen or watch our podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. And definitely check us out on Instagram because we always have little clips and sneak peeks and giveaways going on. We will
Yes,
see
and we
you.
will put all of the links below. Sorry, guys.
And I promise at some point we're going to get better at endings and beginnings. But not
Yes,
today.
eventually. We are chaotic though, so I don't know if it will, but you'll
Yeah,
love us.
who needs it? Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.